Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna do like a video about like my inspiration for my fashion and like designing clothes type of video. Someone asked me like to make, if I could make a video of like my like modern like favorite brands and like just like where I get like inspiration for like sewing stuff and upcycling and whatnot. And like I thought that was a great idea because like people do ask me that like normally, so it would make sense to just like make a video about it. So yeah, let's just begin. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna try to like, I like wrote everything down on my laptop when this person asked because like there's just like a lot to like touch on, and I wanted to like organize it in a way where like it made sense. So if you see me like looking away, I'm like just looking at my laptop to like make sure I'm on track. Because I feel like I tend, if I'm talking about a topic, I tend to like go there and like over there and then like come back over here, and then like it can get kind of confusing. So I figured I'd write it down, it'd be easier. Sorry, there was a wire on the floor. Anyways, so I'm gonna start with my like modern day favorite brands, which I kind of like don't have that many. There's kind of like a hard answer to like figure out. Just because like I don't think I'm like that big of like a brand girl anymore. Like the person was specifically asking like things that like they could buy that like I guess I would assume like they meant like brands that are that I would think are like my type of like vibe that you can just like buy, like not have to like make anything. So I did write like brands that I like from like different places, just because like I feel like in America, like maybe I'm wrong and I just like don't know like that many cool brands here, but I just feel like the newer brands, like the modern day ones, are just like usually just like a bunch of fast fashion and just like not like creative really anymore. Or like you'll find like a cool brand and then like you'll realize that they were just like on a trend. So like I remember there was this brand called Another Girl. It still exists, and it was supposed to be like the sustainable type of brand. But they made like really cool clothes. Like let me show you some of the items I have from them. So like here's like a skirt that I have from them, which is like so sick, so up my alley, like just trippy craziness. And like it's a tennis skirt. I like love wearing those. And then like they also had like, well, these were pants originally, but I had turned them into shorts. But also like so sick, like so my vibe. But I think like they were making clothes like this because in the time, I think it was around like 2020-ish, 2021, like this trippy like aesthetic was like very trendy. And I think that's like why they were like creating those type of clothes, because I looked like now on their website and it's just like all like tan neutral colors, which I think is like the new like trendy like type of style, right? I don't know, I don't really like follow the like trendy like styles and whatnot. I have no idea what's going on. I'm pretty much just like in my own world. Obviously like I see some things that I guess like are considered like trendy, and like if I like it then like I'll get it. But when all the trippy stuff was trending, I was like kind of like so happy because I was like, oh my god, this is like so easy to get like all this like fun stuff. And like it wouldn't like matter if the item wasn't like I guess the best quality in the moment, because I can always use that for like fabric after. Like so that's how I thought about it. Like if I'm getting like a Walmart like trippy type of like pant, I could for like $5 I could just like turn it into like something else like within patchwork, because it was still that like trippy pattern, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, I didn't really like get shit from Walmart. I'm just like giving an example. Like that like time period was like pretty sick for me specifically because I love all those patterns and whatnot. Like that's just like incorporated in my style on the regular. So yeah, so that's just like a brand that I thought was pretty cool. I feel like a lot of the stuff like that's modern where you can just like buy is like more small creators, I guess, that are making stuff, but a lot of the times those go out of business. Like a lot of the brands I have written down here like ended up going out of business, unfortunately. Or like you have to wait for them to drop like a load of stuff. Like you can't just like go on their website and like buy something unless like they have a drop going on. But I did forget to add this brand. Honestly, like I love Bape. This is my Bape hoodie. The Kid Cudi collab. Like I like actually love Bape and like everything that they make, but they're really expensive, so I only have this hoodie and like that's it. I think when it comes to brands, I'm more like into like shoe brands, which I can touch in like if you guys want to know about that. But when it comes to like clothes, I'm not really like a clothing brand girl. But let's just get into the brands that I jotted down to like let you guys know what I'm into. So I have like Asian brands that I wrote down, which I would say See Fierce. I really like what they do. It's just like kind of like ravey, but like pastel ravey vibes, I feel like. I'll put like a little like picture of like their website and whatnot like over here for each brand. And then I have down this brand Dead End Kids, which is a really cool brand that I found on Arcana Archive. And they also have just like ravey like style type of clothing, but it's more, I guess, like loud and like neon and like cyber type of vibes. Like I have a really cool skirt from them and it's like a boxing style like maxi skirt, and it's got like all these like cyber like mushroom and like candy like things on it. So yeah, they make really fucking cool shit. It's kind of like, I guess, the Asian version of like Club X from Dolls Kill, except better. Because they just like make way more creative and like cooler stuff, I would say. And then I have hashtag DDD written down here just because they make like such cool stuff. Like it's just like so like much going on and just like such fun like pieces. So I definitely get a lot of inspiration from like those type of brands, especially like the like styles of like cuts that they do and like how like there's so many add-ons in their pieces. I like really love that. I don't own anything from hashtag DDD. I would like to at some point. Same with See Fierce. I just like kind of like to like look at their stuff because it's just like nice to look at. And then I just have like a section where it's just like other countries, because I don't think I don't know where they're made, but they're made like everywhere. So I don't know if this is actually a brand or just like a website, but the website Coexist Berlin, they have like such cool clothing items on there. It's more like punk rave type of clothing, I feel like, but I like literally love like everything on there. I really want to order some stuff from there at some point. I just like haven't had the money or like the space to buy like actual expensive clothing. And then Space Tribe. I love Space Tribe so much. I have like their like vintage mini skirts, and Joey just got me like the like fanny pack from there. They're probably like one of my favorite brands. Like I just like love everything, but I love like their older stuff more. Like their vintage Space Tribe is a lot cooler than now Space Tribe, but I still love everything they create because they just use like all those fun crazy patterns, and like the cuts are just like so sick. And I have a Cyberdog, which is also like another rave brand, which I think is based out of the UK. But they make like the sickest shit. I don't have any clothes from them, I don't think. I think I just have like a beanie and a backpack, and honestly, I think that's all I have from them. I swear I had like more stuff, but I don't know. They're just like a really cool brand. I really want like one of their UFO baggy style pants, but once again, like they're kind of expensive, and it's like I don't really like need anything, so I just like don't get it. But yeah, I love like looking at their stuff. Like it's just so like my type of vibe. And yeah, so I wrote like first shoes, New Rock. That's probably my favorite shoe brand is New Rock. And also Grounds makes really cool shoes. I'm trying to think of like some other shoe brands. Like I love like the sneaker brand like SNS. They make really sick stuff. And yeah, I think that's like all for like shoes. There's this other brand of shoe that's like also made in Spain that like I do really like, and I can't remember the name. Like I haven't been able to remember for the past like few days. Let me just like look in my closet because like I need to know. Yeah, my camper shoes that I got for my birthday to Raven are also made in Spain, and those things are so comfy. Like I swear, like Spain like knows what they're doing when it comes to shoes. Like they make like the comfiest shoes and like the coolest styles. I don't know. I gotta go there, I guess. But yeah, like I love those shoes now for raving. I wore them like to 3 shows already, and like I'm just fucking flying, bouncing, and they just like look cool. I don't know. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. So then like for American brands, I have like 10 Deep, which I used to love, but they're no longer in business. Unfortunately, they like had to like shut their stuff down. I don't know why. So sad. I feel like all the good brands disappear. Yeah, I feel like most of the American brands that I've written down are like all out of business. Like I don't know. I don't know. I guess our economy stinks. But yeah, they make like really fucking sick shit. Also like Brain Dead made really cool stuff, but I don't really like care for their stuff now, but back then like I really did like their stuff. Brain Dead. And like 2013 Mishka was like really sick. I like used to love them. They were like my favorite brand. I have like so much Mishka stuff. A lot of the Mishka stuff I do have like on my Depop though, just because like it's not really my style anymore. But I like literally loved Mishka so much. I still have like a couple pieces because like so cool. Like I have this like one orange cardigan that I wore yesterday, and it's got like, it's like kind of like this material, but it's a cardigan, and like over here is like this turquoise. Let me just get it. I'll just show you. I feel like it's so dumb to talk about a piece of clothing item and you can't even see it, but look at this thing. Like this is so sick. Like, is it not? It's like one of my favorite pieces ever, and I feel like I haven't got to wear it a lot recently, but I finally wore it yesterday, and it was such a cute outfit. I don't think I got a photo though. I got a photo on the disposable camera, so who knows when that's gonna come out. But yeah, so freaking cute. And I think I got this in like, I don't even know. This is when I was just like going to Brooklyn with my mom a lot. And like their location in Brooklyn is not even existing anymore. I think I got this at like the closeout warehouse sale in Brooklyn like years ago, in like 2015 maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But they used to make like really cool stuff. They kind of fell off now. I don't know. Kind of sad, but they kind of just do like collabs and stuff because I guess that's like the only way to like keep the business going. But yeah, so I also really like Delia's from Dolls Kill, obviously just because like I used to be a Delia's girl when I was like a little kid. Like that was just like my jam. I loved that store so much. So like when it became like revival on Dolls Kill, I was like, okay, sick. Like that's pretty much like the only brand like I'll buy from Dolls Kill, just because like it's like the cutest one. But yeah, I don't like shop on Dolls Kill only if there's like a sale going on and I like been watching something for a while like that I wanted and it like went on super sale, then I'll get it, because I don't think like they have like the highest quality of items for their prices to be, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather wait for it to go on sale so it's cheaper, because like the sale price usually matches the quality of the item, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I kind of just like also like to just go on there to like look to see like what they have, just like for inspiration sometimes, just to like see what type of like style the Delia is like producing. But I'd rather like just look on like Depop just to like get like inspiration for like different cuts and whatnot. But we'll get into that part a little later. And then I have like a couple more brands here, like Tunnel Vision. I love them. Like I own like a few pieces from them. A lot of their stuff is like a little too like dark for me. But I do like what she does with her designs and whatnot. Online Ceramics is also like another brand that I love. That's like where I recently made that maxi skirt where their images were Online Ceramics images. I mean, they're mostly just make t-shirts, but like their graphics are just really cool, and like what they put on their t-shirts, like their words and whatnot, are just like very like relative and just like sick. So I love like everything that they do. And then I have this brand Elsie and Fred, which is out of business unfortunately, but they made like really cool, like unique, like creative, like ravey type of stuff. And then I have this brand Sixth Dimension, which like people I feel like on YouTube probably know about. They kind of give like a like Asian inspired type of vibe with their clothing, but they're actually from like New Hampshire, I think, or something like that, or just like some random, they're like in some random state in the middle of the country, I think. But yeah, they make like really cool stuff. I also don't own anything from them, but I really like would like to at some point. Like they made this really cool like mini skirt that had like this like big giant like swirl on it, and I thought that was really sick. I'll put like a photo here if I can find it. And like I would like to have a skirt like that at some point. But I also could like make that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would like to just like see like what their like quality is and all that. But they all are also kind of expensive. So I do also have like a little section here of like small creators that I like to like watch and just like see what they create, because they do like similar things like upcycling and whatnot, and just like talk about like style and fashion. So I will talk about those now. So we have Elizabeth Simo, I think it is, underscore. I'll also like write like their little names here so you can like look them up and whatnot. She makes like really cool stuff. She takes a lot of inspiration from like I think Pinterest like and like Y2K like 90s type of styles. She kind of does like the same thing as I do, except like in terms of like upcycling clothes, you know what I mean? And I think she takes like inspiration from like the same like time period as I do, but I think she's mostly focused on like Y2K like 90s type of looks and more like a girly like vibe, not like ravey type of vibe. But anyway, she makes like really fucking cool shit, and like I love watching her videos. Like how she like makes the videos are just like really cool. Yeah. And then this lady Heather Trimble on YouTube, she does like a lot of like outfit creation like videos where like she'll go thrifting and just like make outfits out of her thrifted pieces. And her husband makes, he's like an art teacher, I think, her husband, so he does like a lot of like upcycling for her, and I just like really like watching what they create. They're just like this cute little like older couple, and they're just like so calming to watch. I don't know. And like he makes like really cool stuff sometimes. She also does make some stuff too. Like she has these really cool pair of jeans that she made. They're just like these big baggy jeans, and she like painted all over them, and they came out really sick. I have here Nicole Leilani on YouTube. She makes like really cute like kawaii like style type of stuff. She's like this cute like little like fairy pink girly girl and she just like makes like this like really cute like girly type of stuff. So I love like also watching that type of stuff, because I do sometimes like I feel like my style is like mostly like ravish, like ravey type of aesthetic, with like Y2K like elements involved, and but then like all randomly it's like either that like very vibrant neon like that type of style, and then like it'll switch to like an all black like black and white like trippy type of vibe, or it'll switch to like a full-blown like pastel like girly kawaii type of vibe with like a little bit of rave elements in it. So I'll show you this one top that I just like recently made that's like kind of like in that like pastel like girly type of style, which I feel like the girl Leilani on YouTube would like probably make something like this, or would just like this type of item. Okay, so here's the top that I upcycled. This was just like plain, like it didn't have the bows or the trim underneath, and I just made the bow and added the trim on the bottom, and then added like another bow down here. And you can remove the bows they're like pins. I made them into pins so I can like take them off and move them around. But yeah, she makes a lot of stuff like, I guess like this type of vibe. She does like a lot of like bows on everything and whatnot, and like I love that style as well. So yeah, she's really fun to watch. I get like some inspiration from her too. So Steal the Spotlight, which I feel like everyone knows her. Like she's so cool. She does like a lot of like Japanese, like Asian inspired looks. I just like love watching like her outfit creations, and she mentions like a lot of brands, and like she puts like a lot of compilations of like outfits that she found like throughout the web. And I love like screenshotting like those type of outfits like from her videos to like put them on my like Pinterest board to look back at, because like she just finds like really unique like people, and I just like love like seeing like how people like put different things together. And then there's also this girl, Paloma Phil, I think I'm saying that right. I actually met her in the street in like Brooklyn one day. That's like how I found out about her, because I was like selling my stuff in Brooklyn and she bought a shirt off of me. But she is actually like so cool. Like we like obviously exchanged like Instagrams and whatnot, and I guess she's an influencer from Spain. I think she's from Spain. Oh no, she's from Chile. I believe she's from Chile. Yeah. But yeah, she makes like really cute like outfits, and I love like how she styles everything. She's like obsessed with like the early 2000s. Finds like really cool pieces, like really cool like vintage pieces. So I like watching her and just like to see like the pieces that she finds, because that's the thing, like I get inspired by like vintage pieces mostly. Yeah, so then I also like watching Devin Crimson on YouTube. Just like love her style, and like she does like some upcycling stuff sometimes, which is like fun to watch because she's more like 60s 70s vibe, which like you guys know I also love that type of vibe. And yeah, she does a lot of that, and I like to see what she can create from her like vintage pieces. And then I also like Porcelain Rabbit on YouTube, which I don't know if she's still like doing it. Like she like disappears and then comes back. She doesn't like post that often, but she is really freaking like cute, like kawaii type of vibe, and she makes like really like cute kawaii like type of like pastel clothing, which I like watching her too. And then like obviously Alexa Paletti was like the goat of like fashion on YouTube, I feel like, and I like literally loved everything she did. She's kind of like why I like kind of wanted to start YouTube with like styling and whatnot, because like I used to love watching her style walkthroughs. Like she was like my favorite person to watch ever. I just like loved her style and like how she like put everything together and like walked everything through. Like I thought that was so cool, because that's literally how like I create outfits, like just to make outfits. That's like literally what I do. Like we have like the same like brain when it comes to like styling, I feel like. And it was just like fun to like watch like her create whatever she had in her closet. Yeah, but I mean she had a baby, so I don't really think she does like YouTube anymore. But I like watching her old videos sometimes. It's just like fun. So like I'll leave I have like a bookmark like page thing that's like public, where like anyone can like, if they have the link, they can just like see like my bookmarks, where it like shows like all like the brands that I like to like visit sometimes. So I'll like put that in the bio. It's like called Pearl Trees, so you can just like click that, and it's like a whole list of like just like different brands that like I like to like look at or like get inspiration from, or like even like sometimes buy from. So yeah, I'll leave that down there because that'll be fun. Oh, we're gonna talk about like where I get inspiration like generally for like recreations and whatnot, which was like the second part of the question. So I would say like my inspiration for like sewing and recreation mostly comes from just like the patterns and like the colors that I see. So if I see like a really cool pattern or just like bright colors, I'm just like, oh, like yeah, like I can definitely use that like for something like patchwork or whatnot. But a lot of the stuff I do end up getting is like a lot of hand-me-downs. So when I'm like looking through like the hand-me-downs, I'm like looking for like these like specific colors and like specific patterns. There's an alarm going off. But yeah, I'm like looking for like all these like colors and like patterns to see like if I can use them. So it's not like really like the piece itself, it's more just like the colors and like patterns that I'm like looking for. Yeah, so that's like for that, like loud colors and patterns. And then I definitely get like a lot of inspiration from like the early 2000s, just because like that's like my like nostalgia, just because like that's like when like I grew up and whatnot, like when I was like a teenager, it was like that time. So like all like the, not the runway, the like red carpet with like all like the early 2000s like pop stars, like their outfits, like Gwen Stefani and like Christina Aguilera, like those styles, even like Miley Cyrus on like the red carpet, like they just like dressed so cool, like the freaking jeans and like the little skinny scarf, like with a dress over, like so fucking weird and like looked crazy back then, but kind of like a vibe now. You know, like I don't know, it's just cute. Like I just like love that whole like era, just because like now is just like so meh. Like I just like wish it was like 2010 to 12. Like I just wish it, I wish the year, like I just like wish the world stopped changing in 2013. Like everything was like so good up until 2013. Like after 2013, like I don't know, things were just like so different. Like it was just such a vibe back then. Like even like the EDM music in 2013 was like prime time. Like raves in 2013 were like prime. Like it was like the plur prime of like rave and like EDM. So yeah, I mean we're getting sidetracked again, but not really, because I get a lot of inspiration from that era. Like 2013 rave is like basically where I'm like stuck at mentally and in my style. I feel like that's like where a lot of my inspiration comes from. A lot is like also from my childhood, like early 2000s. Like I just get like super excited about like the loud, like tacky, like crazy stuff, just like super bedazzled, like so fun, and just like adding like the little psychedelic like type twist to it, I feel like is pretty much like what I'm doing with like when I'm recreating stuff, you know what I mean? Like it's like a little Y2K, but then it has like that trippy like rave psychedelic twist to it to make it like more me, you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like the like scene like rave type of stuff like definitely incorporates into my style and like recreations, because like back then like I was like a scene kid, and that like translates very well into like a rave kid. So like once like the scene stuff was like over and like I guess I not grew out of it, because like my like music taste just changed. So I feel like my style like always like went with like my music taste, you know what I mean? So like back then when I was listening to like emo, like Warped Tour like type of music, I was just like more like emo and like scene like type of vibes. So once that like started to change into like rave type of music, which like makes sense because a lot of like the emo bands like Breathe Carolina had like that electronic twist to it in the beginning. Same with like Issues, they also had that electronic twist into it. So once like I heard that sound, I was like, ooh, like this is my sound. Like I love this type of music, and that's kind of like where I like transitioned into like all like the rave type music, and like finally found like a place where like I felt like I belonged, I guess. And yeah, like my style kind of just like translated into that. Yeah, but also I feel like scene and like rave are kind of like very like similar styles. Like you're still like wearing all those bright neon colors, you got the candy, the big like fluffy leg warmers can also be like very scene vibes. So yeah, just like kind of like makes sense. It's like kind of like similar in a way, you know? It's like just like little happy like kids and just like happy like vibes in the clothing and whatnot. So also I put like a little segment here of like specific recreations for events. So like when I make like a specific outfit, like recreate something for like a specific event, I will get like inspiration from the artist's music or like the location of the event, you know? So like when I made my outfit for Rufus Du Sol at the Gorge, I was thinking like, okay, Rufus Du Sol at the Gorge, what type of outfit do I want to like make for this? And I was thinking like fairy-esque like type of vibes, like just like flowy, like pastel, because the gorge is like this like beautiful, like scenic place, and like the sunset's there, you see the stars, and just like it just feels like this like I can never say that word. Ethereal. I think it's ethereal, right? I don't know. I just like never know how to say that word. Anyways, so I feel like it's just like that type of vibe, like at the gorge, especially with like Rufus Du Sol's music incorporated in it. And like the album that they toured for that was just like a very like airy, like emotional, like type of like album. Plus like Fred again was there too. So it was like still like this like emotional, like just like feeling like good type of like music. So I figured I should make like some fairy, like pastel, sparkly, like feeling good type of outfit, you know what I mean? So that's why I ended up going with that like pastel. I'll bring the outfit here because I have it. Yeah, so like this is like the robe that I ended up wearing. Also like it was cooler temperatured, so like I needed to cover my body. And then it had like this little shirt and this like little fairy skirt. So I mean, it very much fits like Rufus Du Sol, Fred again, at the gorge type of vibe. Like I even have like the stars like in here and like rainbows. Yeah, so the inspiration definitely came from like the music and location. Had a lot to play in with that. And for the most part, I had these materials already. The only thing like I did get was the like fur trim like for the jacket. Yes, then like when I thought of my outfit for Rufus Du Sol in Miami, that was pretty much like with the materials that I already had as well, because I ended up going to Joann's because they were closing to like get some materials. And then when I was in the store, I was like, wait, these materials go perfect and like also would be perfect for Miami, because here we are. They're also like these like, it's just like this loud, like bright, vibrant type of like material, like is very much like Miami. I feel like Miami is like just like a loud, vibrant like place to be in. So I wanted to like add that to the outfit to make it make more sense. And also the album that Rufus had came out with that they toured for in the Miami show, I guess honestly was like a more like loud and like not loud, but like it was more like a beat high energy album rather than the one that they did at the gorge, you know what I mean? So like I feel like this like made more sense like for the vibe of the music and the location. But yeah, and also it's like when I'm making something specific for a show, it's like these like all go in my wardrobe in general, so it's like it just works out perfect. Like I'm not like making something where it's just like I'm only gonna wear it to the show and like that's it. Like no, this is like going in my closet and I'm wearing this with everything else that I own. So yeah, for general recreations, I do sometimes get inspiration from Pinterest from time to time. So like for example, I have this like FUBU sport jersey from like Forever 21 when they did like the FUBU collab. And it was just like a little boyish, but I really liked the pattern on it, which like let me just also show you. So I actually have a photo of me wearing the original shirt, so I'll just like put that here. But this is what I turned it into like this like little like tank top situation. Yeah, so like it was mostly this pattern and then it had like all the FUBU stuff on it. So for that I went on Pinterest to get like inspiration for like different types of like sporty style shirts. So I know originally I wanted to make like boxing style shorts out of the FUBU jersey, but since I had like all the leftover fabric, I was like, oh, like I should make a top to match it. So this was like the original plan, because like I had also had this thing which is like giving like the very like boxing style like waistband, which I had from like a shirt that someone gave me. It was like the waistband of it. So yeah, I wanted to make the shorts, and so I went on Pinterest to get inspiration of like different sporty type of shirts. So all I did was type in the search bar like Y2K sporty style t-shirt top, And then like I just like pinned like a bunch of different styles that I liked of what I was seeing and put that on like one board. And then like once I found like enough like styles, I like just looked at the board and like took elements from like each like different tops and just like created my own type of elements and just like created my own little shirts. So like this is what I ended up coming up with. Yeah, I mean it's pretty like simple, like basic style. Has like a corset back to it, but sometimes I just like to look at Pinterest to like see like the different like placements that I could put the things in, just because sometimes the brain's just like not working fully and like you need a little help. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's like what I'll do like if I'm going on Pinterest to like look through stuff. And that's like kind of like what I do when I look on Depop. Like if I'm just like looking through like what Depop is like giving me, sometimes a lot of like the clothing on there is like has like a really cool like cut or like style to it. So I'll take like inspiration from that and be like, oh, like I like the way that's like has a little strap here and it's like cut like this. Maybe I can like add that into like one of the tops that I'm recreating with like other stuff too. So, you know, then it becomes like, I guess, original because it's like just different elements from like a bunch of different stuff, which is what like everyone pretty much does. Like in general at this point, like you're not, I think the problem is it's like if you're copying something direct, you know what I mean? Like if you're copying like a full entire thing, but like taking elements from pieces like that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like everything has been done already. So like taking elements from things just like makes sense. It's just like your own creative combination of the different elements is what makes it so unique and like original. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now I just like my last thing that I'm gonna like say here, because this video is getting really fucking long, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I hope I answered like all the questions like okay. I'm just gonna talk about like to be like inspired, like if you're like struggling like to be inspired, like there's so much inspiration everywhere. But for me, it's like when I'm thrifting in a store and I see something like a piece that I like in the store, like sometimes like images just like pop in my head where it's just like it doesn't take much effort, it's just like already there in my head. So like if I see like a piece in like a style, I'm like pick it up and I'm like, oh, like I could like make this like a little different, like make it like fit better, or like I can make this like just look better, like add like some bows, or just like I love adding like these like long strings like on things, like how I did on my skirt for the Rivers of Soul outfit. Like I have like these long like strings hanging from the pockets. I don't know why, but like I love doing this. Like I just feel like it gives like such like a fun like element to it. Like I even have it on my pants now. Usually I put it on like when like you're cinching the clothes, which like it makes sense because like you need that, but I just like love like that like flowy like long like thing. Also, if you're at a rave, like yo, they're so fun to play with. It's just like a little extra like toy on your clothing item. But yeah, I love like doing that, just like making something just like more visual interest, you know. I'm also just like not sure like where these like random ideas like will come from when I'm like in the store, or just like in general. Like I used to have like a lot of dreams of just like clothing ideas. Like I would just go to sleep and wake up with like a whole new wardrobe in my head, and then like I would write it down and then like create it. So yeah, I used to have like a lot of like dreams like that. A lot of the times like now the dreams are for paintings, but I do like sometimes get like the clothing dreams, which is fun. But yeah, I think just like over time, since like I've been recreating clothes and just like making clothes like since I was in middle school, and I'm 30 now, so that's like a really long time. I think my brain is probably just like trained to like tap into like that creative like side where it just like comes naturally. You also have to like just find like what helps your brain just like become like calm and like clear, which like helps you tap into like that more creative side. At least for me. I mean, I know some people like thrive in like chaos, where it's like when they tap into like the chaos and whatnot, that like helps them get creative. But I don't know, I feel like the best creative ideas do come from like a clear, calm mind. But I don't know, that's just like me specifically. Everyone's different, so whatever like helps you just like find your brain to like get all those creative like juices flowing, just like do that. Like you can literally just like go outside, take a walk, and like ideas just flow. Like it's just like everywhere. Like the inspiration literally is everywhere if you pay attention. I also do live in New York, so I do like have access to a lot of like different cool people, like just like a train ride away. So obviously that does help, like if I'm feeling like stuck with like style, like creative inspiration ideas, like I really could just like go to Manhattan and just like people watch, or like even like a rave, like if I'm at a rave and just like watching people. Although like the rave style now, since raves are like so mainstream now, a lot of people are just like dressed like they're going to like an elite club, which is like fine, okay, but like that's just like not what like the typical like rave festival like fashion is, you know what I mean? Yeah, like people just used to be a lot more creative with their outfits and styling, and like used to like do, like ravers in general like just used to make like a lot of their clothes, which like a lot of them still do. It's just like not really in New York, I guess. I think like a lot of like ravers who keep like that type of like upcycling like aesthetic, kind of a lot of them are like in Florida or just different parts of the world. It's also just because like New York is so big, and like we have like some of the biggest like nightclubs and just like venues that it's like, of course you're gonna get like everyone there, like just like regular people and like raver type actual people, you know what I mean? Like it's like you're literally getting like every single type of person. So but the majority I feel like now is just like people who just like want to go out and get fucked up. So yeah, there's not like that many creative people in the clubs in New York now, at least, I guess, unless you're going to like an underground thing, then you'll find like all the creative people, which is nice. But yeah, anyways, like even if I was just going to the city and like sitting in a cafe, like you see like cool people, like depending on what part of the city you're in, like in St. Mark's Place, like you can get inspiration like literally from that whole entire like little part of the city, just like by sitting in a chair or sitting on the curb, just like watching people walk by, because like people are just like cool there, like they're like dressed in a way where like they like made probably half of their wardrobe, because it's just like more like it's just like cheaper to do, I guess, than to like buy like those crazy things. It's also like, since like people are so creative in that like part of the city, they just like want to like express that obviously. Also, it's like when you are like just like watching people, like bring like a little sketchbook, or like just open your phone notes app and just like jot down like the things that you saw, what you like about what you saw, and then like you can just like incorporate that into like your own style and like into like your own like recreations. So even if you're in like a busy like city area and like you just like wanted to ask someone to take a photo of their outfit, you could ask someone to take a picture of their outfit. Like most people in Manhattan, I feel like don't mind. Like they kind of like are like, oh my god, yes, like I love my outfit, so like yeah, take a picture of it. Like I feel like most people in Manhattan are like open to that, because like I don't know, they're like dressing cool. Like I feel like you kind of have to like expect that in a way, like if you're dressing a certain way. Like so like for me personally, I lived like in Long Island, which is like not like a artsy like cool area. It's like a very like conservative like type of vibes. So like I'm weird as fuck to like the people around me, which like is kind of crazy, because like if I went to the city, like I'm not weird at all. Like I'm literally just like everyone else. But so like people ask me like, can I take a photo of you because like you look cool, which is like funny in a way, which like I don't mind either. Like I don't care. It's just like funny because it's like I'm just so bizarre to like these people, just because like how conservative this like area is. which like kind of does like stink. Like it does get kind of lonely because like people here are just not on the same vibe, but it's fine. It's fine. They're nice people. I really love like making pieces out of like clothing items that were produced before 2010, just because I feel like they made like such cooler styles back then, and just like the materials were better. Like it wasn't just all straight up polyester. Easier to customize just because like a lot of the times like they're just like in like a nice shape, and yeah, I don't know, they're just like they're just better. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, I hope this like helped you guys like try to find like inspiration to like make your own clothes, and like help you understand better like where I get like my creative ideas, and like how I get them, and like how I produce like all these items. So yeah, I mean, make your own stuff. It's like so much funner than like just buying it from the store. Even if like you do buy stuff from the store, just like even adding like little tiny things like a bow, or just like grommets, or just like just anything, I don't know, like just safety pins, like just you can make things so fun and like so simply. And yeah, I hope you guys have fun recreating your wardrobe and just like making stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want like more like in-depth like detailed videos of like how I do certain things, or just like random topics in general, because I love like talking about this type of stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.